tomorrow, Atlanta. Stay locked in between the lines with Coach Stella.
Canyon.
Let's jump right into it, bro.
Let's do it.
Like my brother L say every week, we only talk about good money. We don't talk about no bad money, bro. I got 5 of them this week for you. Got 5 ballers that's out here making money. Try to get through it as quick as I can. So here we go. Number 1, Glenville Jr. Edge, Kaylon Bailey. Just talked about him in the PCT Peak Performer honorable mention list. 6'2.5", 225 pounds. Got 6 offers right now. Bowling Green, Eastern Michigan, Iowa State, Michigan State, Pitt, and Syracuse. He's an edge prospect. He continue to get better the more games, the more reps he get. I like his size at 6'2", 6'3", 225. He has a good burst and good initial first step coming out of his stance for a kid that big and that size. He plays with a really good motor, and he's relentless when he's getting after that passer. Anytime him and DeAndre Taylor and some of them guys they got on that defensive line getting after the quarterback, them dudes are relentless and they play with a high motor, which you'd like to see from anybody that's rushing the passer. He's solid against the run. I expect him to get better. The more bigger and stronger he get, he'll get better against the run. I think he's better rushing the passer right now than he is against the run, but he's not bad against the run if that make any sense. He just needs to continue to get better. And the more weight room work he gets, and the more just understanding blocking schemes that he's going to see, that'll continue to make him better also. He's not extremely tall, but he got super long arms for a kid 6'2", 6'3", which helps him out when he's rushing the passer or anytime he's engaging or disengaging from a block. Having those long arms also helps. He's only a junior, so the future is bright. He got another all season of weight room, track. You know, at Glenville, everybody running track, so he's going to continue to get bigger, stronger, faster. And this is a big offseason for him. Right now, I got him as a Tier 2, Tier 3 recruit, somewhere kind of caught right in the middle of there. But with a big offseason, continue to get bigger and stronger, maybe get a hair faster. I can see him legitly being in that Tier 3 and looking to go have a big-time year next year and see where he moving forward, going to college. But right now they're in the regional finals. He got a chance to continue to get better, continue to put his imprint all over games to see if they can win the state championship. And he's doing that, and he just had his best game of the year. And we talked about it in the PCT honorable mention with 6 tackles and 3 sacks coming off that edge. So shout out to Kaylon Bailey. Keep doing your thing, big dog. We love your game here at Between the Lines with Coach Stella. Next kid, we got a North Ridgeville senior athlete, Cole Miller, 6'5", 225. If my research is right, I got him down as no offers. I could be wrong, but if my research is right, I got him down as no offers. A big athlete, all of 6'5", 225 pounds. Kid has a lot of potential at the next level. When you watch him on film, for a kid this size playing football, he is really, really fluid. He's not a clunky runner or cutter. He's a fluid guy. Got long strides, so when he opened up, he got a couple long touchdown runs. You can see him open up his stride. The kid can run. And he has good burst for a kid at that size. You know what I mean? His initial burst is pretty good for a kid that's 6'5", 225 pounds. I can see a school taking a chance on him at either position. He plays quarterback for his high school. There's enough tools to work with there. Big, strong kid, strong arm. I'm kind of just going off his highlight tape and his film, so I don't see him every day as far as what he needs to work on. But when you see the talent and what he does good, there's enough there to work on him that you may get a college coach that want to work with him as a quarterback. I like him as a tight end. When I watch him, he reminds me of Travis Kelce at the same time. I'm not saying he's Travis Kelce. I'm not saying he's going to be a future Hall of Famer. You know what I mean? I'm not saying none of that. I'm saying at the same time of development. He's kind of the same kid. Travis Kelce played some quarterback in high school. Went to college at Cincinnati to play quarterback. Eventually became a tight end. We already know the rest is history. This kid kind of reminds me of that. You know what I mean? 6'5", 225, plays basketball. Travis Kelce played basketball, played quarterback. You can see the strong arm. You can see the athleticism when he's running. I like him as a tight end. I feel like he's a mismatch waiting to happen at tight end. And then him playing quarterback at tight end just going to enhance it, really unlock it. Because if anytime you hear Travis Kelce talk, him playing quarterback in high school and college helped him become a much better tight end because he's seeing the game the same as Patrick Mahomes or whatever quarterback he's playing with. He sees it the same. So I like Cole Miller. I like his film. I can see him red shirting with every school he go to, just to take that red shirt to kind of take the first year to see what position is best for him and best for the program. But I do not understand how this kid does not have any offers. Again, my research could be wrong, but I'm a fan of this kid. I like this kid, watching him on film. congratulations on a good year. Congratulations on a great career. You and your senior classmates has done stuff at North Ridgeville nobody ever done at North Ridgeville. So I like your game, baby. Keep developing as a player. Right now, I got him as a tier 1 recruit just because it's late in the process. But somebody, if you want to steal, you might want to go up to North Ridgeville and go take a visit and go see Cole Miller. The kid has a lot of potential. Number 3, third player. I think this is the first time I had teammates on the Stock Report together this year, and that's Glenville senior quarterback Arvell Nelson Jr., 6'3", 185 pounds. He got 4 offers: Ashland, Findlay, Kent State, and YSU. Shout out to Kent State. I see what y'all doing, man. Kent State trying to really keep this Northeast Ohio talent in the backyard and see what they can create in 2-3 years down the road. But getting back to Arvell, 2-sport star. You know what I mean? Helped lead the Glenville basketball team last year to the state championship. He's been a starting quarterback for 2 years, and right now he's playing his best football of his career right now in his senior year and right now in the playoffs. Dual threat quarterback. He can make plays with his feet. He can extend the play. But the thing I like about it is when he does extend the play, he keeps his eyes up the field. He's not one of them quarterbacks, it's just time to extend the play. Let me just put my head down and run. You could do that in high school, but as you go to college, and I know you want to get to the next level, I hope he does, as you continue to move up in levels, coaches want quarterbacks, receivers want quarterbacks, tight ends want quarterbacks, and defenses don't want quarterbacks that extend the play with their eyes up. You know what I mean? Because now that gives my receiver more time to get away from the plaster, work scramble drill, and now create big plays down the field. Arvell does a good job of that. He really does have good fundamentals for a kid that's a 2-sport star and that's an athlete. Shout out to his pops. He got Pops as his quarterback coach. Pops played quarterback at Glenville and at Iowa. So you can see the strong fundamental base from a kid that's an athlete. He has a strong arm. He can get the ball down the field. But he do got some touch. I seen him make a couple layer throws against Hoban over the middle in that second level of the defense, being able to let layer the throw over the linebacker in front of the safeties. He throws with good velocity. He's not one of them quarterbacks that's just throwing too hard, though. He throws a nice catchable ball. And then all in all, when I think about Arvell Nelson, gamer, leader, baller, dog. That's what I think. With a bright future, because I feel like his best play is ahead of him because he's a 2-sport star. He haven't had a chance to just lock in on one sport. Okay, I'm going to play football. Okay, let me go to spring ball. Now we got summer workouts. I'm working with my quarterback coach. Now we in the training camp. Now we in practice every day. So I can only imagine how much better this kid can get when he get 1 or 2 years of that underneath his belt, working on his body, getting bigger, stronger, faster. Also with the foundation he has when he comes back home to go to Glenville and be able to throw to pros and college players and got my dad as my quarterback coach. So I feel like the best ball for our guy, Arvell, is moving forward. I really like this kid. I got him as a tier 1 recruit. But whoever get this kid definitely getting a steal. Shout out to Arvell, and you still can't outshoot me. Anytime you want to shoot the 10, holla at me. All right. Our next guy we got, Warren JFK, senior athlete, LaMarcus Provitt. 6 foot, 175 pounds. Right now, I got him down as no offer. I know he's starting to get some interest from Seton Hill. He's a really, really good athlete. He's a Provitt. You know what I mean? I think that comes with it. No matter the size of any Provitt, they're all good athletes. But when you talk about LaMarcus, he's a really good athlete. He has good quickness and good agility. He's finished up his career really playing really good football. Hated to see him lose against McDonald. Shout out to McDonald having a good year. But he ended his career playing really good football. At the next level, I can see him being a receiver or a corner. I like him better as a receiver. I can see him being a down-the-field threat with his speed, but he's also the type of kid, if you give it to him short, we've seen his sophomore year at Massillon when he was at Harding, take a hitch almost 65 yards down the sideline at Massillon. So I always remember those plays that kind of stamp the talent. There's always going to be plays that stamp talent. Once I seen that, the talent is stuck in my head. And like I said, I hope he runs track moving forward. I hope he runs track to continue to open up his stride, give him better long speed, you know what I mean, which is ultimately just going to make him a better prospect, whatever college he does end up at. And when this kid get to college, get in the weight room, because LaMarcus about 170, 175 pounds. But when he get in the weight room, get nutritionists around him, start eating better, really grind in that weight room, really stretch at night, really drink water, really run track on his own, on the hurdles, working on his fast twitch muscles and opening up his groins and all of that. If he really gets serious about his body and his craft, this is the type of kid that can go D2, and I won't be surprised that transfer up somewhere in a couple years. He has that type of talent. And my only question to LaMarcus would be, just because I know him personally, how bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? The talent is there. We got enough. We don't need to listen to nobody else on the outside. You got everything you need. Now, go get what's yours. Go get what's yours. And he has all the talent, so I'm rooting for LaMarcus to get in school somewhere, and I know he will, because there's too much talent there. There's too much athleticism there. Somebody going to take this kid for sure. And like I said, if he put it all together, I can see this kid transferring up in 2-3 years because he got that type of talent. So shout out to LaMarcus, baby. You know what it is. And the last guy we got is Villa Angela St. Joe's Jr. tight end D'Angelo White, 6'6", 245 pounds. 23 offers. He's a Tier 4 recruit that's really pretty much about to be a Tier 5 recruit. Alabama, Auburn, Florida, Louisville, Michigan, Ohio State, Penn State, Washington, Wisconsin. Everybody's recruiting him. And pretty much when we get to January and February, every school in the country pretty much going to offer him or know who he is. So by that time, he'll definitely be a Tier 5 recruit. Talking about D'Angelo, he's all of 6'6", 245 pounds. That's not program weight. That's not the coach trying to sell him to colleges. He's all of 6'6", 245, and he's very fluid, and he's a good athlete. When you watch the kid move, he moves like he's 5'11", 180 pounds. But he's 6'6", 245 pounds. He's gotten a lot better in the run game as a blocker. We seen him up close and personal last year against Ursuline. I watched his film last year in the offseason, and I'm watching his film this year. Shout out to Coach Roski and the staff doing a great job developing this kid, because he has turned into a really, really good blocker in the run game this year. That's just going to help his long-term progression as far as when he get to college and hopefully moving forward. But the number one thing I love about this kid's game is, and I think the best part of his game is, his yak skills. But you don't hear about a kid that's 6'6", 245 pounds. Once he catches the ball, good luck. Your best bet is to make sure I'm mugging him, meaning I got a linebacker up in his face on pass downs, or I got some type of strong safety that could be strong enough to come up, and I got to get my hands on him right now when he come off the line of scrimmage. I can't give him no space. If he catch the ball in the flat, if we throw him a throwback screen, if we hit him on the over, and he catches the ball with a full head of steam, ain't nobody tackling him. Like, there's nobody tackling him, bro. When you watch this kid, he is 6'6", 245 pounds, bro, legit. He moves like a 5'11", 180-pound guy. That's no exaggeration, bro. The sky is the limit. I'm not saying he is. Same thing I said about Sam Greer. He got NFL talent.
I think when you said, you described it when you was talking about it, you sounded like, I remember when you like way you were talking about Chaz as far as the way he moved for his side.
Some stuff you can't teach, bro. And that's why I'm saying shout out to Coach Roski, because they ain't just letting him just go do him off his talent. They're developing him. They're telling him you got to become a better blocker. And shout out to D'Angelo for listening to his coaches being coachable and understanding the long game as far as it's developing and listening and being coachable. And you see it on film. He's mauling guys in the run game. I think he threw a touchdown last week. He threw an 18-yard touchdown. If you go watch his film, he has a crazy catch down the field where he one-hands it like 40, 50 yards down the field, high point. But again, I think his best part of his game, and the number one thing I love about his game, watch the kid run after the catch. Watch the kid run after the catch, man. And shout out to one of my old coaches, hit me up, and he texted me. And he said, Danny, that kid D'Angelo White you told me about is a freak show. I said, absolutely right. So this kid has NFL talent. As much as I do the Stella Stock Report, bro, I think I only said that about 3 kids. Sam Greer, Chaz Coleman, and this kid. Am I saying the other kids we talk about can't make it? No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying what God gave them, they got all the tools. Now, with them 3 kids, what they're doing is they're being coachable. Shout out to Coach Richardson and the staff at Harding last year, Chaz senior year. You seen it. You seen Chaz being coachable. You seen Coach Ongaro moving Chaz around, putting him in good positions to let him go play football. You see Chaz at Penn State getting bigger, taking on the run better. He need to do a lot better job against the run, but you can see him taking it serious, wanting to become a better player. Shout out to them kids. You can see Sam Greer, who understood the future of him is, okay, I'm a good basketball player, but I could probably play on Sundays being a left tackle. Let me go over here and play football and let me be coachable. You can see a D'Angelo White who just don't want to rest on. He can moss you or dunk on you, and then he just as athletic or fluid as you. No, he's working on his run blocking skills. He's working on his game, and he's also playing some defensive line this year for them also, which you see him in the 2-point lineup over you is pretty scary also. So I like him as a tight end. But those are the 3 kids that in our 3 years of doing this, bro, I'm marking them. They got NFL talent. I'm not saying they're going to end up there. I'm not saying the other kids we talk about won't end up there. But I'm saying if you told me the little bit of money I got, if I had to place it on who can possibly get there, them would be the 3 kids I'm betting on, no doubt.
Indeed, man. That starts this week's Stella Stock Report, man. There's some ballers on there. Shout out to shout out to all the guys on the list, but definitely shout out to LaMarcus, like he was saying. Mm-hmm. It's really about what he want to do, because I'm a big fan of his game. You know what I'm saying? I think he one of those guys. He like you said, if you see the talent what it is now, wait till he make up his mind. This is what he want to do for real. Mm-hmm. And I can see him kind of like a Kai Wilson at YSU Flash right now. Like he has that type of. Mm-hmm. He could have that type of impact.
Got juice, man.
Anytime, anywhere on the field, anytime he touched the ball, for sure. But
imagine him getting up to 190, 195.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
And we know LaMarcus. If you do know LaMarcus, you've been around in his personality, laid back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So what I'm saying is, if you get him to the point where, okay,
and the good thing is, I feel like with kids, all kids their senior year get locked in and more focused more.
Right.
And LaMarcus locked in. Like I said, he had a good year. He finished his career up good. And just talking to a couple people that's close to him in the family, he's locked in. He's focused. And he's ready to go rock.
For sure.
And all it takes is one. That's what I've been telling people around him. This day and age, you just take one school to like you, get you in, and then it's up to you to go do your work and prove what you're about. And if you want to continue to prove to everybody that you can play on that level, you'll get an opportunity to transfer up. But right now, just keep your head down, grind, stay humble and hungry, and put the work in. And with your talent and his support base with his mom and his uncles, the future is bright.
Shout out to the guys, man.
You know it, bro.
That's this week's Stella Stock Report now.
LB checking in, man. Keep it locked in, but in between the lines with Coach Stella, you feel me? You did.